I'd now like to introduce Roy Swanston, who's a committee member of the Eastern Region HLF.
Well, how do I follow all of that and not repeat what's gone before? I think one or two things I'd like to say this morning emphasises the contribution that I hope you feel the Heritage Lottery Fund makes to projects like this. Most people, when I talk to them about the fact that I am a committee member of the Heritage Lottery Fund, immediately think that the Heritage Lottery Fund spends all its money on buildings. And of course, our heritage in this country does evolve very much around some of the wonderful historic buildings that exist. In fact, next week I'm coming to Colchester to the launch of the Burfield Mosaic in the centre of the town, which is a wonderful historic monument to the Roman period here in this country. But at least half of the funding that the Heritage Lottery Fund contribution makes is to projects that have got nothing really to do with buildings, but all to do with heritage. And the kind of making memories projects that you're involved in here this morning is absolutely fundamental to our heritage. I was glad when the chairman of the council said that we often don't take advantage of people's memories. I've got under the bed at home a big cardboard box, one of those Black Magic, you remember them, chocolate boxes, and it's literally full of photographs that I have from my mother's house when my father and mother died. And I keep meaning, every time I go back to the northeast, you can hear from the accent that I don't belong to this bit of the world. I'm an interloper, but I keep meaning, whenever I go back to the northeast and see my cousins up there, to take this box with me and say to them, who are these people? Because we've got all these wonderful photographs, and I can recognise my mum and my dad, and occasionally I can even recognise me, but most of the people, I've got no idea who they are. And I remember sitting down with my children, who now have children of their own, with my mother, and her telling us about the time when she lived through the Depression of the 20s and 30s, and being utterly fascinated by the story she told, and the sacrifices that she and her parents and the rest of her family made during that period of time. And I only wish, like you, that I'd had a tape recorder or a video camera to actually get that record, because that's what our heritage and our history is all about. It's not just about wonderful buildings, it's not just about all the marvellous archives that we've got, it's about our personal memories. And one of the great things about a project like this is, as again has been said, you can link in your memories with the memories, and there are literally hundreds of thousands of them here in this archive, memories of people from long ago. And the way in which we know so much about our history is because people in big houses and small kept a note of what they spent. So there's account books, and it tells you on this day we spent 1 6 on shearing the sheep or whatever it was. And by collecting all that knowledge together, people can actually find out what happened. So what you're doing today, in 100, 200, 300 years' time, will be absolutely germane to people being able to say, that's what people did in 2011. So it's great to be here. Congratulations on a wonderful scheme. I've been round all the stands and shared some of your memories. I'm glad to see that lots and lots of people are actually sharing their memories on your websites. Encourage them to do more, because in that way we'll have a record of our history that will be second to none. Thank you very much.